Hi, I'm Taylor Page, Director of Customer Marketing and Advocacy here at Kong. And I'm so excited to welcome one of our fantastic customers to chat with us about their experience with Kong and some of the successes that they've seen. All right, so we're so excited, TJ, for you to visit us. So can you give just a short introduction of yourself, your role at your company and your role?
Thanks for having me today. I'm Thomas Joham, shortly TJ. I'm Delivery Manager of the Real-Time Integration Center of Excellence at Raiffeisen Bank International in Austria. Basically my team is consisting out of 3 products: API management and governance, event-driven architecture, and customer federation. And with the API management team, we did some really cool developments, which I would like to share with you today. And Raiffeisen is, of course, a universal bank covering Eastern Europe. We have 12 network banks and also products for this region.
Perfect. So talk to us a little bit about your initial decision to purchase a tool for API management. What were the main challenges that you were looking to overcome through implementing a tool, and why Kong?
Yes, I mean, first I need to say in Europe, we had the PSD2 initiative a couple of years back, where every bank basically was regulatory asked to open up to expose certain APIs to the outside world. And there we chose a tool back then, which, we worked with a couple of years, but after then a transformation step, which we decided on in our headquarters, it was obvious or inevitable that this tool, what we had, couldn't cope with the growing number of APIs. We were not so super happy with the support. We had a completely different business concept as well, where we want to go, let's say, like Lego bricks. We want to build products out of components. And how do you do that best? If you standardize the interfaces. So we were going in that direction. So that was one of the main drivers to also then say, let's look for another tool which better facilitates this strategic shift what we have and this transformation what we like to do. And we had 6 key criteria and went along with an RFI, RFP, and we're happy that Kong also participated.
Perfect. What were some of those, not necessarily all 6 if you don't recall, but what were some of those key criteria that you were that your new tool had to meet?
I mean, we have a strong engineering team in our group. And for us, it was very important that we can do things ourselves, that we are not always 100% dependent on some vendor, right? So the knowledge part was a really important one. And Kong, with the open source community in the background, came here really handy. A lot of engineers know it already because it's the most downloaded API management tool on GitHub. So in fact, that was one of the key features. And then we said, we want to have a lightweight solution. If you want to deploy it in the cloud, you should be able to. If you want to do it locally in your data center, you should be able to. If you want to do both cloud and data center, you should be able to in a very easy manner. And it should be not too expensive, and it should be scalable, right? And I think Kong facilitates all of that because we use it exactly like this. Because you need to imagine our markets, 12 banks, Central Eastern Europe, not everyone is at the same stage of knowledge, of technology, of capabilities. So for us, this flexibility, scalability, and security was really, really important. And the openness, of course. I mean, you have a standard set of features, but you have tons of plugins, and you can write your plugins yourself. So this is also something what we were looking for.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. And of course, we are so glad that Kong fit all of those requirements. So talk to us a little bit about, what it looked like to start using Kong. What was your rollout plan? How did you work with Kong to initially roll out the tool? Tell us a little bit about that.
I think we had a clear plan in the beginning, and I think we got the feedback from Kong once that we really know what we are talking about. So what we tried to do is, first we had our customer success manager with Connie and our field engineer Locash, which we were super happy about to work with. Because we could really work on our side on building up the knowledge, building up the tool, rolling it out, and really got functional support where we needed it from the Kong team. I think that was brilliant in hindsight. And the whole plan was to use it first locally in the RISE team, in the Real-Time Integration Center of Excellence, to build up their knowledge for the group and also start upskilling initiatives, basically, right? So what we did is we had a coaching clinic for everyone interested to just come and ask questions about Kong, because different teams, different speeds, different rollout plans, different products. But all in all, we tried to really capture that knowledge in a central place. And here Kong helped us a lot. To basically feel supported. Yeah. So it was never that we asked Kong to do something for us because we didn't want to do it, or we had issues with resources or whatever. We really tried to do it ourselves with the support of Kong, of course, to get the best out of it and generate the knowledge on our side.
Yeah, that I think it sounds like, really talking about a true partnership. When you were initially looking for a vendor, you didn't want somebody who would just come in and do everything. You wanted that knowledge and that expertise to live within your team as well. So you really were looking for that partnership.
Exactly. So it was, I think, even in the contract negotiations, one of the key requirements that we said, let's have a partnership on that, where both companies can profit from. And I think we did a really great job here in our collaboration and partnership. Yeah.
Great. So, you are quite a way into now, still in our early stages, but you are nicely down the path of Kong, and even more so, having your real-time integration center of excellence, having this, API management infrastructure. Talk to us a little bit about what some of the benefits have been. What are some of those key metrics of success that you and the team have seen so far?
I mean, first I need to say, in our case, it's maybe a little bit more difficult because of the setup, what we have in the company. There is not one key KPI which basically would describe the success we had with Kong, but I can give you three particular examples because every team benefits different from it. Because we use Kong on the group level, on the local level, which means the country level, but also on the product level. So it depends always on what level you look at and what the benefits and KPIs are. But I can tell you, we managed for one product to really decrease the rollout time 2 times, from 1 year to now 3 months. And I think that's an incredible success because it just shows how powerful the technology is, but also how powerful the combination with the standardization which fosters then innovation is. The second one we had is really on the product level, where we say we had a lot of performance issues where we didn't, could hold up the response times, the huge loads, what we got. And here Kong also solved our issues for the team and for the product itself, right? So here a few plugins were developed together also with field engineers. And this basically solves now really a particular problem for one specific product. On the other side, there is a third product where we had a lending solution where we really then not only introduced the technology and the integration concept, but also were able to standardize the whole business process behind, which of course also has different kinds of benefits. It not only shortens the rollout time, but it's in general easier to maintain, to manage, and to give the customer better service. And I think that is our main goal in all things we do. We would like to delight our customers and to become the most recommended financial services group in our markets.
That is a very solid goal, and I know y'all are on your way. Thinking about that, sort of going off that last point, how would you say that Kong, and even more broadly thinking about an API first initiative or sort of the standardized API management philosophy, how would you say that has impacted your business? How has that impacted, as you say, your customers? What are some of the things that come to mind?
Yeah, I think what we definitely see is that we are much quicker with new products on the market. And that, of course, is serving the needs of our clients. So here we have one of the biggest benefits. The second is we were able to improve the security by a mile because we use now open standards in all of our APIs, which enables the customers as well to log in without having, 500 different forms of credentials, where you have then a single sign-on capability while maintaining the same high level of security, which is super important to us as a bank. And we also enabled innovation, in fact, because you are much quicker in trying things out, new products, because you don't need to invest 6 months down the line to find out that maybe a product is not working or that something is not working, because you have this plug and play approach of components. You can just stitch together basically prototypes and see, do you have the benefit what you imagine to have? And then that drives our business, of course, forward, and also encourages them to try more things, to try solving more problems for our customers.
Yeah, and if you were speaking to somebody who had not yet purchased Kong but was thinking about it, what would your advice be to them?
I think it depends what you're looking for. If you look for a huge support in the open source community, an open system which is lightweight, doesn't need a lot of resources to run. If you have the knowledge or want to have the knowledge to do things yourself, then Kong is definitely your choice. If you want to have, someone who runs the system for you and does everything for you and have, let's say, more enterprise process topics included, then Kong could still be your choice, but maybe there are other ones which are more satisfying, right? Because for us, it was really important to not have this heavyweight enterprise API management solution which is out there. We wanted really something small, flexible, but still high quality, and that is definitely what Kong is.
Has RBI's investment in Kong been worthwhile? And why would you say yes or no?
I personally would say definitely it was more than worth it, because it not only helped us to open up our architectures in our countries and head office, it helped us standardizing APIs. It gives us a really high grip on what's happening with our APIs. And we see on the adoption rate that more and more products are using these APIs and benefit from them, even though they benefit in a different level as we might intend in the beginning. So I definitely think it added another boost to our capabilities. I definitely think it's worthwhile because APIs are just a natural thing which should be at the core of each business, right? We are living in a digital world, and data exchange becomes more and more important, and APIs are a key enabler of that.
Yeah. And, thinking about, again, kind of looking at the future. So thinking about this year, the next few years, what are some of your goals for, whether it's for your team and broader, some of the broader business goals, especially around digital transformation, and what role do you see Kong playing in that?
Our goal as a team is, of course, now we have the basic capability. Everyone knows how to build APIs, how they work, where to go, and the standard and so on. So our key goal is the reuse of those APIs, right? Because what we would like to achieve is not that everyone builds a new API which can do the same thing. We want to really have this reuse effect in our APIs. That is definitely one of the key goals. And of course, then onboarding more and more products to the group integration platform. Business-wise, I said it, we have actually quite a clear strategy. We would like to be the most recommended financial services group by 2025 in our markets, and that means by our customers recommended. So that means we need to be able to delight our customers in the way that they would like to recommend us. And I think our team, together with Kong, we give a really good capability for our business to develop products who delight our customers.